what up, man? This is your boy Omega. How you guys doing? I'm happy to be back, re-energized. I'm feeling good, baby. And you know what? It's that time of the month. It's that good time of the month, I mean. You know, we are going to be talking about what's out there on the free streaming universe with the king of the streams himself. And today's topic will be the Chicken Soup for the Soul Network. That network that just touches your heart, give you that good soulful stuff that makes you feel happy and great. Let me introduce the man himself that we're gonna give us the rundown of the month, Mr. Chris Woolsey.
Oh,
Homie, how you doing?
but Al, I needed to talk to you today like you cannot imagine. I needed 20 cc's of Almega this morning is what I needed.
There we go. There we go. Let me tell you, got to do is a lot of butelo, and you be getting right on track.
Awesome. So great to see your face.
Yeah, likewise, my brother. Oh, I hope you've had a good month because I know that you're going to be keeping us busy, in the AC comfort of our homes this month with all the amazing streaming opportunities of viewing that we have, especially on Chicken Soup for the Soul, baby. I mean, for real.
There is so much this month. I can't even begin to tell you, Al.
All right, so before we get into that really quickly, how's summer treating you so far, Chris?
It's great. It's hot here in SoCal, but it's not unbearable. It's 90. I know there's a lot of I was in Texas a couple weeks ago, and it was like I think it got to about 175 with 400% humidity. My son went with me, and he goes, "It feels like you walk outside and someone dumps a bucket of Vaseline over your head." And I was
Oh,
like, "Yeah," and that's
oh
why we don't live here.
wow.
That's why we do not live in the state of Texas. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely disgusting. Well, I have a vivid imagination. To little Woolsey there, thank you for that because Jesus Christ, I cannot imagine. All right, let's get start getting into it, baby. I mean, there goes Woolsey right there with the dude giving us some chicken soup for the soul this month. Whereby, let's go. So what? Oh, wait a minute. Pierce Brosnan, Aaron Paul, Tony Collette, and Imogen. I hope food sell a long way down. I know, obviously, some of them. I'm not familiar with one of them. But what's popping here? What's this?
This is great. So obviously everybody knows Pierce Brosnan. Aaron Paul is from Breaking Bad. You might know him from.
Oh,
Um,
okay, that's what. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the show, so okay, that's what I
yeah,
see.
so he's Mr. White's right-hand man, Jesse Pinkman, and he's amazing. Tony Collette and Imogen Poots are comic gold. This is an interesting film. So I am a ginormous Pierce Brosnan fan, both as an artist and just as a person. He seems like an amazing guy, and I love almost everything the guy's ever done. Um, and this is a really interesting film. You know, more and more, especially given what we all went through with the pandemic, the discussions of mental health have been coming more and more to the forefront. And this film, though shot a while back, was really prescient because it's an interesting premise. So all four of these people have serious issues going on in their life. And just as the fates would have it, they all pick the same building on New Year's Eve to throw themselves off of. They think that
What?
suicide is their
Jeez.
only answer, which is never the answer. I'm just going to go out
Never.
and
Absolutely.
make that official here. But so because they're all on the roof at the same time, they actually stop each other from doing this, and they come to find out pretty quickly why they were all there. And so they make a pact that they want to help each other over the next 2 months, try to figure out what's going on in their lives and how they can solve these problems so that they don't have to go through with this. But
Okay.
it's a really sweet movie. It's very funny, extremely well written, and performances from all four of them are through the roof. So check it out. It handles a very difficult subject in a slightly lighter tone than you see it sometimes, and so it makes the discussion a little easier to have. But I really like this one. I thought it was great.
Excellent. Well, it sounds interesting for sure. Those type of conversations are serious. So again, everybody, if you've been in comics here, we always have that on the side. You know, if you guys are feeling a type of way, you know, please just talk to someone. There's always someone available. Okay, for real.
Get help, because there are people who love you for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Bromwell, what is this? 'Cause she like a
Okay,
serious
so
lady. She got me nervous already with that stay. I'm afraid to even look at the picture right now. I gotta look
right,
down. Like,
she is intense. Let me tell you. So
oh,
I was late to the Victorian British drama series party. I know I got several invites and I turned them all down. And then my wife and daughter dragged me kicking and screaming into Downton Abbey. And then I just became a junkie. And it was just like, I'll watch all of them. I don't care. And so this is one that I think flew a little bit under the radar. So once you've binged through Downton Abbey and Bridgerton and all those others, we've got Bromwell for you. And this is, it's great because the only issue I have with those is sometimes the people in the series live these lives that it's a little difficult for me to relate to, and also sometimes they're a little on the selfish side. Well, this, because it's Chicken Soup for the Soul, we're all about nurturing and caring, and this is on the other end of that spectrum. So Gemma Redgrave plays the main character in Bromwell, and she is a doctor who is opening up a free clinic in the poorest neighborhood of London at the turn of the century. And so it's basically Downton Abbey meets Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
oh,
And
okay.
it's fantastic. And so not only does she have to overcome the hurdles of trying to care for a community that has tons of challenges, but she also has to overcome the hurdles of being a woman in a male-dominated field, especially one at the turn of the century. So it's really great. Her performance, Gemma Redgrave, is unbeatable in this, and she's got a fantastic supporting cast. She was from Howard's End, actually, which is one of my favorite British dramas of all time, with Sir Anthony Hopkins. But it's great. Check it out.
Folks, I think stay tuned real soon. Within a couple of months, my man Chris is going to be talking with a British accent. Unknowingly, one day.
All right.
Well, cheerio, Al.
So we're going to keep the British and the medical train rolling here. This is actually one of my favorite series on Chicken Soup for the Soul right now. And I know I often say that, but this one is really good. So this is Doc Martin. It is a beloved series in England, and now we have it on Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming for free. Martin Clunes, who you see there, is the main character. You might remember him from Shakespeare in Love. He's brilliant. So he plays a genius, Mensa-level genius. He's basically the smartest surgeon in the UK, has a nervous breakdown, and because of that, has to step down from his position. And while he recuperates, he takes the job of a country doctor in this tiny village in the hinterlands of England. And his character is hysterical. He's probably somewhere on the spectrum, as a lot of these brilliant medical minds can be sometimes. Zero bedside manner. And he just immediately starts butting heads with the locals. And man, it is a great series. We've got a ton of episodes, multiple seasons. I cannot say enough good things about this. If you like, what the British do that I think they do so much better than we do is they'll have dramatic shows with comedic elements, and they'll have comedic shows with dramatic elements, and you kind of can't tell what you're watching. And Doc Martin's a perfect example of that. It's probably leans a little more towards the dramatic than the comedic, but it's all woven in there, and it's great.
Excellent. Yeah, I saw Doc Martin. I said, "Is it about the boots?"
I know, exactly. Exactly.
Oh man, I remember this show with this legend. Oh man, rest in peace. And
Right? Come on. I mean, he was basically between this and Little House on the Prairie, he was basically the country's dad for
oh
like
yeah,
20 years. I mean,
yeah. Who needs
Michael
Superman when
Landon,
you got Super Dad?
right?
That's what he was.
Exactly. Exactly. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that think that they learned more from Michael Landon than they did from their own dad. So, um,
The truth.
and this is a series, if you don't know, Michael Landon plays a fledgling angel who's basically trying to earn his wings. And he gets paired up, he gets sent to Earth, and he gets paired up with Victor French, who oddly enough was also on Little House on the Prairie with him, which is why their chemistry is so great on this show. And they travel around the country finding people in need and helping them with their spiritual problems. And it's great. It's like the A-Team with prayer. It was an awesome show. It's beloved by millions, and it's crazy how unbelievably good this show does on our network, given how old it is. It's one of the top shows, and we get more feedback from people how much they're
Yeah.
loving this. Yeah.
Positive energy, good story. You know what I mean? Helping others. I mean, who doesn't want to see that? Who? I mean, sometimes we get tired of just watching people get murdered. That's just bad energy. Sometimes we need some good, positive energy. And yeah,
Yep.
and Michael Landon always kind of really uh, provided that message, and it came through the screen
Yeah.
crazily.
Yep.
You know, a great actor of his time, yo. R.I.P. Sure.
And an amazing head of hair, I might add. Look at
Oh
that hair.
yeah, bro. I
For
mean,
crying out loud.
at his age, oh yeah, bro. That's why I wear a
Right?
hat, bro. You know what I mean?
I
Shit.
should be so lucky. My
You know, I mean,
gosh.
'cause my man Chris looking like Reed Richards right now. Look, look, look. If they need to cast Fantastic Four, I mean, we have Chris right here, bro.
Come on. You're not gonna you're
You
gonna
ain't even
save
gotta
so
dye the
much.
hair.
You're
It's
gonna
ready.
save so much money on hairstylists alone. Unbelievable. If Lucy
Lucy.
fell.
What?
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, this
So
is a
this
big
is
cast. A lot of familiar
yeah,
faces here.
totally. So this is kind of a forgotten 80s gem.
Hey,
Um,
this is an '80s show.
yeah, this was an
I didn't
80s.
even know this. Get out.
It's a feature film, and Sarah Jessica Parker, obviously Sex and the City. This was it was after Square Pegs, but well before Sex and the City, and also starring Eric Schaefer. And this actually, oddly enough, deals with the same subject as the Pierce Brosnan film. So
Oh,
in this film, Sarah Jessica Parker and Eric Schaefer, who's the other lead there on the left, they make a pact that if they are not in a committed relationship by the time they're 30, they were both going to take their own lives.
what?
And they made this pact at one point as kind of a joke, and then they realize that as they're getting closer to that date, that their lives are kind of a mess, and they decide that they're going to hold this, but only so that they can actually get into healthy relationships. And so both
Wow.
of them help the other one try to find a mate in 1 month. And it's a crazy premise. And there is a cameo in there by a very young Ben Stiller, who,
Really?
yeah, who plays this avant-garde artist, and it's insane. And you watch it and you think, oh man, I should have known that guy was going to be a gigantic talent,
Oh shit.
because,
All right.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta check this out. I gotta check this out. That's interesting. Love for starters.
Love for
Hey.
starters. So this is a Chicken Soup for the Soul original. You know, we have
Whoop,
new
whoop.
rom-coms every single month, and this is a great example. This is one of my favorites, I gotta say. It takes place at like a mountain resort, and it's about Stephanie Benet, you might remember from the series Shadowhunters,
Okay.
and Jonathan Cherry from Final Destination 2. She plays the owner of this very posh mountain resort, and they've lost their chef. And Jonathan Cherry plays this kind of cranky chef who's having a hard time holding a job because he's so difficult to work with. And so they come together, and she's hoping that he's going to be able to kickstart this resort and keep keep the lights on and the doors open. And he's just, he's trying to just get a paycheck so he can get the heck out of here and get back to New York, where he feels comfortable. And, come to find out there may be a little more going on here in terms of the romance. But it's a fun little rom-com. It's exactly what you want after you've had a hard day and you just want to sit down and, kind of relax and just get a hug from your movie. And this is it. Love for Starters.
Also a nice, easy peasy movie. Oh, Pan Am. Hey, oh wow, look at the style here. Old school.
Isn't it? Totally.
Wow.
Totally.
It's so good though.
So Pan Am was great. A series in the earlier 2000s, and the cast is ridiculous. Like Christina Ricci, Margot Robbie, Michael Mosley from Ozark, Mike Vogel, who I actually used to hang out with when he lived in LA. Super nice guy, but he was from Cloverfield. It's a great series. It's basically Mad Men meets the airline industry. So it's kind of, anybody that's flown in the last, since 9/11 knows that the bloom is off the airline rows now. And it's just like, sometimes you're sitting on the plane and it's just like, why did I not take a Greyhound? This is just awful. Right. And Pan Am kind of goes back to the golden era when travel was kind of this romantic. Yes, it was classy. Yeah, people wore suits on the plane, not pajamas. You know how it is now. But
even when I was a kid in the 80s, I totally get it, man. And, my mommy had me dressed nice in little, those brown slacks that I hated.
That's right. You got to represent when you're on the plane. And so it's full of drama between the pilots and the stewardesses. It's great. It's super fun. Obviously, Margot Robbie and Christina Ricci are ridiculously talented, and they bring it to this series.
And amazing looking ladies for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Before you even get into this, we have a treat for y'all on this one. So my man hooked it up, son. He gave me a trailer. He goes, Al, you got to show this. I said, before we get into this, baby, check out the awesomeness right now. All right.
What?
All right. You got me kind of messed up here. I've been seeing crazy stuff. This looks wild right now. Conspiracy theories to the core here. What is going on in this? I've never heard of this. And that was a wonderful tease. You really got me. You got me, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you. So it's a little tiny, just like what the trailer says. It's a little tiny town just south of the Arctic Circle. They have to build this huge wall around the town to keep the winds from basically coming in and destroying everything because the winds are so crazy up there. And that's great. It protects the people from the elements. Unfortunately, it's also protecting a killer inside the town. Ooh. This is so good.
There's the movie or series?
This is a TV series. I'm sorry. And this was.
And how many episodes we going here? Because this sounds.
I believe there's 10 episodes, limited series. Ooh. Isabel Richer from the series Trauma is the lead, and if you knew French television, she's a huge star in French television. And this is actually a French Canadian show with English subtitles. But man, it is intense. If you like police procedurals, if you like detective shows, if you like serial killer things, this show is so edge of your seat. I can't even begin to tell you. And her performance is just out of this world. It's one of the best hidden gems that I think we've ever had. You can
Ooh,
see seasons 1 and 2 on Crackle. We've got season 1 on Chicken Soup for the Soul right now. And man, you've got to check it out.
okay, I do actually. You got me very much intrigued.
And if you
And
like season 1, season 2 has a twist in the very first episode that you're like, oh my gosh,
really,
it's
I
it's
love.
yeah,
Look how Chris tells this to us, folks. What? Wow, I'm digging. I'm digging. I'm going for it, folks. Listen. You can visit the website at chickensouptv.com. You get the free app, which is available on the Play and Apple Store. On the TV. We got it everywhere. We got it everywhere. And of course, you gotta follow my man here, Chris, at I dig Jesus. IDG Jesus. All right. The links are below. Make your life easy. Really thank you for watching, supporting, and listening. We definitely do appreciate your support. You got to check this stuff out, folks, because the key thing here, most importantly, is everybody's favorite four-letter word that starts with F, and it's not that bad one, folks. I said it's the good one. It's
exactly.
free, baby. Free.
Free
Woo!
93, my
And
favorite price.
I mean, what more can you ask for? Original content, amazing series you probably never seen before to get your mind blown. So I'm ready for a couple of these. He showed me, and even I think that rom com even kind of intrigued me a little bit. I'm not into those, but maybe as I was getting older, getting a softer heart, and
Totally.
that lay back.
Absolutely.
No, for real, Chris. I appreciate your time today to talk about chicken soup for the soul. That's where it's at. Again, folks, I've been showing the links throughout again. They're below. Look, these are free apps. Entertain some free. All these, I see rates going up on streaming networks. You know how much this went up? 0.0%.
0.0 exactly.
All
Well,
right.
Al, thank you for having me. This is always the highlight of my month. So amazing to sit down and chat with you.
Thank you for coming, folks. You know what it is. Always support the fam. At Chicken Soup. Support the fam over at Comic Crusaders and also Undercover Capes. Thank you so much. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. We got some more goodies coming up real soon. Wepa!